So, what I want to know, Dad, is who was the first girl you dated?
The first girl I dated, man, I don't know.
First girl you kissed?
I couldn't tell you any of that's been too many years ago.
First wife?
Martin's mother, what's her name?
Is it Barb?
Barb, yeah.
How'd you guys meet?
Huh?
How did you guys meet?
I couldn't tell you that either.
Did you go to school with each other?
No, she lived in a whole different town.
How long did you guys go out?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that. It's been too many years.
Didn't her brother marry your sister or something like that?
Yeah. Married my sister Beverly.
Is that how you met her, maybe?
No, I met her before Tim met Barb. Not Barb, what the hell is her name? My
Beverly?
sister. Beverly. I think I met Barb at one of them. We was doing farming, and I was working with the Mexican at the time, and they had a hay field up there, and we mowed it off and did the hay up. And that's where I met him, I think, but I'm not sure.
And did you go out with her for very long?
Probably a couple of years.
When did you get married?
Huh?
When did you get married?
I couldn't tell you that either.
How old were you?
I think 17, 18.
Was she younger than you or older than you?
She's the same age as me.
So how long were you guys together before you had Martin?
About a year, maybe a year and a half. I don't know. That's quite a while.
Do you remember when you first found out you were going to be a dad?
No, I couldn't reach none of that stuff. It was too many years ago.
Were you there when he was born?
Yeah.
Where was he born at?
In Fremont, Michigan, I think.
At the hospital?
Yeah.
Do you remember anything at all about that day?
Nothing.
How did you come up with the name Martin for him?
I don't know.
What's his middle name?
Christian, just like mine.
So he was named after you?
Yeah. I think Barb named him.
Was your folks alive then?
Oh, yeah.
Were they there?
I couldn't tell you. I don't think so, because they were both working at Gerber's, so they wouldn't have time to be off. Because I think he was born during the week time, but I'm not sure.
Was he a very big baby?
I have no clue.
Did you watch him much when he was little?
Huh?
Did you watch him much when he was little?
No.
What were you doing?
Well, other than working on that farm and trying to go to school, I don't know.
What all did you do on the farm?
Well, everything. They had a bunch of chickens, and they had, I think, 15 milk cows. So you had to clean up after the cows and feed them, and
Did you
feed
milk?
the chickens, and pick up the eggs, and all kinds of farm stuff.
Did you milk the cows?
Yeah.
Did you know how to drive then?
Yeah.
Were you living at the farm or were you living someplace else?
I was living at home, which was only about a mile from the farm.
So Barb was living with you at your home?
Yeah, we had, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There were 4 bedrooms upstairs and 3 bedrooms downstairs in the house that we lived in, a big farmhouse.
Now this was on your family farm?
Uh-huh.
Where's that at?
In Hesperia, Michigan.
I don't think I've been to it. What part of Hesperia is it at?
Was usually my aunt and uncles in Hesperia. Em and Jack's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was a mile from them. Right straight on towards White Cloud on that road, and you'd go to your left. They owned 80 acres in there.
What all did they farm?
Most of the time we just growed corn and wheat. Or hay. A lot of the farm was in hay. Oh, man.
Was your dad always a farmer?
No, he was in the Navy before he became a farmer. I think him and Mom came from South Dakota out there because his folks lived out there on the farm. Then they just stayed there. Then they went to work for Gerber's Baby Food.
So it was your grandparents' farm?
Right.
What was their names?
Same thing.
Martin Lorenz?
Lorenz. I think his name was John. I don't remember what her name was. She'd passed on before.
So you don't remember her very well.
I don't remember her at all. I was probably 4 or 5 years old.
What about your grandfather?
He lived until he was 82.
So you got to know him fairly well.
Yeah.
Did you like him?
Oh, yeah.
What was he like?
Oh, I don't know, just a normal person.
Is he more like Wendell or more like your mom?
I couldn't really tell you.
And he was he from Michigan, or had he come there from someplace else?
I think he come from South Dakota too, originally, or North Dakota, one of them too. I think they got married out in the Dakotas and then they moved back to Michigan on the farm. His dad was in the military at the time, in the Navy. I don't know what he was doing in South Dakota because there's all Air Force out there as far as I know. But weird things happen.
So you had Martin while you were working on the farm.
Yeah.
And going to school. And then you had other boys too?
Yeah, Norman.
Who'd you name him after? Do you remember how he got to be named?
Probably my sister's husband's name was Norman, so I named him after that. My oldest sister, Marie, because he was a nice guy, and he was from South Dakota too.
What was his middle name?
I don't know.
What about Jimmy?
I named him after the guy that's married to my sister Beverly, which was Barb's brother.
So he's named after his uncle.
Yeah.
So you were, what, 20 years old when you had the youngest boy?
Probably.
And you worked on the farm the whole time?
Well, I worked at a lot of different places, you know. Worked at my uncle's gas station, and I don't know where all.
Now, which uncle was that?
Uncle Jack.
And is that where you learned how to be a mechanic?
That's my dad's brother. Yeah, that's where I learned how to mechanic, is in the gas station. And then I worked in this junkyard scrapping cars out too, and that's where I learned a lot about how things was put together.
Whose scrapyard was that?
Huh?
Do you know whose scrapyard that was?
Arnold Mill was the man's name, and it was about 5 miles from the house.
And how'd you end up coming to Alaska?
I drove Al Cabana up here, and his wife, and 2 kids for $100 an airplane ticket home.
How'd you know Cabana?
I worked for him down there in the gas station.
With your uncle?
No.
A different gas station?
Different gas station, yeah. That's where I learned to do a lot of the body work and stuff, because that's what he was doing at the time. Then I got up here, and then I ran into Harold Harden. He was from Port Ashton. He was a commercial fisherman, and he needed a deckhand. So I went commercial fishing with him. I cleared over $80,000 there in about two months.
How old were you?
Oh, I don't know, maybe 20, 21, something like that. So I took the money, went back to Michigan, and I paid everybody I owed, and I tried to talk Barb into coming back up here with me, but she didn't want to. So I just said, to hell with it, I'm not working down here for nothing when I can make good money up there and support myself, and you guys too. So that's what I did. And I was up here, I think, maybe a year or 2 before I ran into your mother.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I run into your mother, because her dad was a brother of a girl I used to go with in Michigan. Her name was Jackie.
Wow, small world.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You don't look like you're feeling so good.
I don't feel good. I got one hell of a headache right
Okay,
now.
I'm not going to interview you anymore.